Hey guys, welcome back to the Small Engine Nation channel. My name is Phil, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the advanced tools that every small engine mechanic should have. And honestly, if you don't have these tools and you're in an advanced position of small engine repair, then I highly recommend you get some of these. Now, disclaimer, big disclaimer, these are not all of the tools needed to repair all small engines. This is just my collection of advanced tools. I would not recommend a beginner to get these tools because honestly you can get away with much less. But I'm going to show you now the advanced for the intermediate and advanced guys, what tools you should be looking at in order to further quicken or proceed with the small engine repairs. So without further delay, let's go ahead and jump into it. The first tool is obviously an air compressor. Now I have a Cobalt. I believe this is a 26 gallon. This is one of those quiet compressors. I only bought it because I have neighbors in the area. I don't actually have a shop. It's just in my garage. But I bought this compressor with this quick hose. This extends up to 20 feet. It's perfect for my application. And I believe I paid around $200 or $300, I believe, from Lowe's. And honestly, I had my ups and downs with it. It broke on me the first time, so I went in and returned it, and they gave me a brand new one. I had an issue with the muffler actually coming off undone, and it was really loud. So I took it back and got a new one. So this one's pretty much holding up. Second tool, and I know you guys are gonna laugh at me right now, but this thing has saved me a lifetime when sharpening chains. This is the $20 Harbor Freight chain sharpener, and I am going to be looking into getting either the organ sharpeners, chain sharpeners, or just swing it and get the steel USG. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys use for sharpening chains, but I will be making a review on if these chainsaw sharpeners actually work from Harbor Freight, so stay tuned for that video. Moving on down, let's go ahead and talk about batteries. Now, I have a Schumacher. This is just a trickle charger. If I need to charge a riding lawnmower zero-turn battery, I put this on overnight. It does plug into a 120 volt outlet, and you got your two positive, negative cables there. Charged it overnight. It works great. I think this was a $60 investment, so not too bad. It's not cutting the wallet. This here is a JNC 770 power supply, also known as jump and carry. I've used these. I used the 660 at school, one of those blue ones if you guys are familiar with those, but I got the JNC 770. It's got the little light in the front. It's got your voltmeter. As you can see, it's 12.9 right now at stock, and it's got a light. If you kind of hold it, it'll bring out a LED light, and then if you hold it again or press it again, it'll do the SOS. Press it again, you have your light there, light turn off. So I highly recommend you guys get this tool, at least a jumper pack where you can actually jump lawnmower batteries. Say you're going on a mobile repair, you need to jump a battery, customer's stuck in the field, you need to jump it. So you grab this thing, go out there and start his mower. So we have a 500 amp carbon pile load tester to load test batteries to see if they are a good battery or bad battery. I would highly recommend you getting this. This quickens your decision of whether a battery is good or not, so I'd highly recommend you get a load tester. Moving on, I'm gonna go through this real quick. I don't wanna bore you guys with a bunch of tools. We have an M12 tire inflator. These are really portable, so you can't go out and do a mobile repair. Customer just needs this tire inflated. Honestly, these things work wonders, so I'm just gonna put that here. We have some really sharp Milwaukee scissors for cutting starter rope, fuel lines. Guys, invest into good scissors. These were like $20 scissors, and honestly, I would not go back. These have been good for at least 2 years. They've been staying sharp. As long as you're not cutting like metal or anything, just use them on loop. Valve lapping tools, so suction cups. There's 4 different sizes. I got these at AutoZone for like, I don't know, $5 or something. So you do your valve jobs on them. Really good Braun. Well, this is a Braun flashlight, but I would highly recommend you guys invest in a good flashlight. This one is super bright. You can examine an engine if you need to. Stick it onto a piece of metal and do a repair. So I'd highly recommend you guys invest in a good flashlight. This was about 40 bucks. Well, no, I lied. I got this for free on the side of the road. I found it. Probably fell off somebody's truck. This is just a chain tool for your chainsaw chain and bars. I honestly, like a depth gauge and whatnot, I honestly use this for one reason: to clean bars, to clean the channels on the bars with this side here. And I'd highly recommend you guys get one of these. It just saves time and cleans your bars with ease. You can run it and then blow air through it. So you got your pistons, or not piston stops. These are cylinder stops for your cylinders. And then also you have your these. This is a chain spring installation tool. So when you're working on steel chainsaw clutches and you need to install the clutch spring, not chain spring, clutch spring. And if you guys haven't done one already, you honestly don't know how much tension is on those clutch springs. And in order to install this tool makes it easy. So there's a part number there for you. Next, you got your cylinder ring compressors. I think I got this on Amazon. It came with the piston stops. This whole set was, I think, like $5 or $10. So get yourself a good pair. I do have one of the round metal ones, but I don't like using them. I like to actually use the little rings. They're more convenient than the big metal round thing. Next tool here I custom made, and I'm going to show you what exactly it does. This tool is actually really easy to make. All you have to do is find a cylinder, a little piece of brass or something, and cut a notch out into it. And it is used to remove the cables off a lawnmower. So groove side inside the cable, and you push this in. And if you, I don't want to take it off, but if you push this all the way back, it'll compress the two tabs on the sides, and you can simply remove the cable. So that's what this tool is for. Highly recommend you guys make one of these. Spark plug tester, yes, but why this is an advanced tool is because I want you guys to invest in a good spark plug tester. This is a ZAT4. Some people have had issues with them, but these are one of the only spark testers I trust. I don't really like using those red Oregon ones. I like using something that's a little bit more quality. I'm not sure the exact cost on this guy, but I know for a fact it's not as cheap as the Oregon ones. So Steel ZAT4 spark plug tester. Same thing with a compression tester. Don't cheap out on them. I do have a Matco compression tester that I got from a pawn shop, and this ran me like $30. I do have the vacuum tester as well in a box, but I never use it. I just have this in my toolbox all the time. Get yourself a good quality compression tester. Got your valve spring compressor. This is a Briggs. There's the part number 19063. To when you're taking out the springs and the valves, the keepers and whatnot, you need to compress the springs. You use this tool here on your, I believe, on your L-head engines to again compress the springs, remove them, and take the keepers out and whatnot. So get yourself a good pair. These are Briggs & Stratton. Again, there's a part number there. Carb adjustment tools. You have your Walbro. I do not have the Zama one, but I'm looking to get one. This is a Walbro carb adjustment tool for your inlet needles and whatnot. And these are also Tecumseh carb tools in order to adjust your float and seat the rubber gaskets in your tubes on the carburetor, and then also to fish out those rubber gaskets. So these are pretty straightforward. Actually, let me go through this one. This is a steel 8mm wrench. It speeds, takes the nuts off of the carburetor studs. This is just an 8mm designated for those 8mm. You can also see those nuts on Husqvarna chainsaws, not just steel. Next tool, this is just a Hypa 8-piece carburetor adjustment tool set. I don't need to show you guys. I think you guys understand. But here are other various carb adjustment tools. You guys will need them if you're adjusting carburetors pretty much on any two-stroke equipment. And again, they do come in various sizes and shapes and forms and whatnot. So I got the AP set just to cover all of the end pieces. This is optional, but I'd highly recommend you guys getting them if you're peeking into cylinder heads. This is a steel endoscope. or not steel. This is just a cheap eBay endoscope that I got from eBay. It's got a USB and I just connect it to my phone there because my phone doesn't have USB, but I view inside cylinder heads on my phone. You just download the app. So it's pretty cool. It's got a little LED light on the end. Similar to an endoscope, you got a steel, this is a steel autoscope. Now what an autoscope is, let me open it up real fast here for you. You can use this tool also to peek into carburetors and inlet ports and whatnot. But this is what doctors use to look inside your ear. But this is one is made by steel and it's got a little light at the end. You can kind of peek into cylinder heads if you need to further diagnose the engine. So get you one of these if you can. These are also good to peek into main jets to see if they're clogged. If you guys don't know how to do that, you can buy one of these tools and get a closer view if there's any warping or debris inside of main jets and emulsion tubes. You need to get yourself a good tachometer. This is a steel EDT8 that I got when working in the steel. There's a part number there if you need one, but I highly recommend to test your RPMs on any machine. Drill bits, we got a Milwaukee Cobalt set of drill bits. I highly recommend you guys get Cobalt, don't get titanium, don't get black oxide. Get yourself a good Cobalt drill bit set. Cobalt lasts longer, they're good. Again, up to 15 times more life than black oxide, but I swear by these things. They are so awesome, they never dull out as long as you kind of oil them before you pre-drill. Highly recommend, if you guys can find them. I'm missing a lot of them, but I have here, or I'm only missing two. I have here just the tap and drill bits. If you guys can find these, get yourself one. The 1/4x20 comes up in handy a lot when you're dealing with broken exhaust screws. You need to invest in an impact gun. Now, battery or air, I like to do battery because battery just seems to last longer. I have here a Milwaukee Stubby 3/8 with a XC 6.0 battery, and these things are awesome. I honestly use this every day. I'm thinking of getting a boot, but everyday use, and this thing can remove blades on zero-turn lawnmowers, no joke. And with that, I have a 3/8 Ratchet with a boot on it. This is a Milwaukee brand, battery operated, and honestly, second most used tool in my toolbox. I might actually make a video on my tools that I use, like top 5 tools that I use every day on a regular basis and whatnot, but this would be one of them, honestly. Highly encourage you to get yourself a good brand of pliers. These are snap-on pliers, and I do have a pair of Nipex channel lock pliers. Now, you guys need to get yourself a good brand. Again, these are advanced tools because these are used every day in the field, and honestly, good branded tools like these that you use every day come a long way, so you don't run into break-ins or stripping out bolts. These grip screws, if you need to remove them. These clip wires a lot better than most cheap wire snips. And honestly, needing those pliers, these just last and grip all day, every day. They don't lose their grip strength, I guess you can say. So get yourself a good brand of pliers. Again, don't go to Harbor Freight. Only if you're starting out, go to Harbor Freight and get some, but advanced guys, get yourself a good pair of pliers. Stud pullers, clutch removal tools, flywheel removal tools. You guys need to invest in them. There are so many. I have a lot more in my toolbox, but these are just 3: clutch remover, stud remover, and flywheel removal tools. So look into Google and get yourself a set. I think Briggs & Stratton and Husqvarna or somebody makes a set of these, so I'll look into those. Pressure vacuum leak down tester, pressure vacuum tester. This is a steel brand, but Mighty Vac, I believe, makes one as well. It's cheaper. Mighty Vac brand. I'm not sure how much it is. I want to guess it's like 60 bucks on Amazon, but you need one like this to test your pressure and vacuum test carburetors. So I know a lot of those cheapo ones only do pressure testing, but you need a pressure and vacuum tester. Look into Mighty Vac. If you guys haven't seen my video already, you guys will need some thin wrenches. These are Husky brand, 6-piece. I think I got them for $29.99 at Home Depot. These are perfect to remove solenoids from carburetors like so. There you go. Thin wrenches, get some. This is just the tool to remove flywheels. This is a flywheel wrench, and part number 42-445, if you're removing flywheels. I think these are on particular types of engines, but always comes in handy when that necessary engine comes in play and to remove those flywheels. You need a torch. This is a Bernzomatic propane torch. Now these are quick and easy. You can also use a lighter. I know a lot of small engine mechanics out there use lighters, but these are just there to, you know, burn fuel line ends and burn starter rope ends so they don't fray and whatnot. So many other tool uses. You can also use this to remove seized wheels on shafts and whatnot. So get yourself a nice torch. Lighter will not do that. It won't get, you know, your rods red hot and whatnot. So get yourself a nice propane torch. Got another Milwaukee tool. This is a battery operated grease gun. I do a lot of greasing on Zerk fittings, you know, zero turn riding lawnmowers and whatnot, but battery operated grease gun works wonders. This thing is beast, and honestly it gets into every little tight space that I need to, and I just press the button and it'll shoot out my grease. So looking to save time when you grease, if you're doing a lot of tractors and whatnot, get this tool right here. It's a must have for sure. Last but not least, get a good branded cylinder leak down tester. This is a Briggs & Stratton. You got your flywheel holder there. You have the actual hose and the actual cylinder leak down tester. It's a Briggs & Stratton. I'm not sure the price on this. I inherited this from my last job, and these are really nice, handy, you know, to test leak down, to see if, you know, your engine leaks and whatnot. If the intake or exhaust valve are leaking, you can definitely find out. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this video informative. I just had one more tool for you, and it was a lift for you know, riding lawnmowers and ATVs and whatnot to lift front ends. This is definitely a must-have tool for the shop if you're going to be doing any kind of deck work or engine work. This just lifts up the front end of the tractor, lawnmower. You can also lift the back ends, but you got to be careful so you don't get a rollout. But I hope you guys found this tool helpful if you already own one. If there is a tool I missed, go ahead and comment down below on the tool that you would want me to show or look into considering buying in my advanced small engine repair tool category. But in the meantime, I hope you guys found, again, this video informative. Let me know in the comments down below if there is something that needs to be changed. But in the meantime, take it easy.